Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shred Shack Pro Wrestling. Pat here, calling in from New York, as well as Dan from Texas.
Woo! Texas food, tacos, beef.
All right, so just to give everybody a heads up, we are here to do our predictions for WWE Backlash. It is this Sunday night, and as usual, we will put a stipulation on the board. We are going to make our predictions, jot them all down, and then the loser of that prediction has to do a punishment. Last time it was that we had to do a video about great things about our least favorite wrestler.
And you did magnificently.
Thank you. I hope that my video on Noam Dar seemed genuine. And
So, you want me to explain the points, or you want me to explain the...
Yeah, because we revamped the point system a bit, so why don't you explain that?
Okay, so thus far, the points system is going to be... individual who predicts the winner gets 1 point automatically, period.
Mm-hmm.
If they are able to predict the means by which they win, they get a half a point.
Mm-hmm.
And if they make a joke about what may happen during the match, they get another half point.
I'm also going to be giving my my predictions as well as Reese's. He gave me his predictions. He didn't give me jokes, so he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here.
Even the jokes typically are so far-fetched, although I think my last two jokes did actually come true.
All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to go match by match here, and when we're all finished, we're going to have ourselves a set list of predictions, and then we're going to watch the pay-per-view, and there will be a winner. There will be a winner.
Right
so,
here.
Here we go. Starting with the kickoff panel, we got the match Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. I don't mind that this is on the pre-show, to be honest with you, because it's basically Ty's first pay-per-view as a SmackDown star. And if they're going to revamp Aiden English as a singles guy and they're going to have him go back to his NXT gimmick, I don't care that they're going to put them on first.
His NXT gimmick was the singing guy, am I right?
Yes. It was a little less of the whiny, complainy stuff and a lot more of the just bravado, because he had a Broadway background and a theater background before he started wrestling. And so he would actually come to the ring and he would sing a full song. And then when he was done, because he would finish each time, and that's the big difference, he would finish the song and the audience would throw him roses, which I thought was funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess WWE can't afford roses right now.
Yeah, no.
But Ty Dillinger is going to win this one.
How do you think he's going to win?
I'm not familiar with his moveset, honestly, so I can't contribute points to myself in this one.
Yeah. Reese said that he's going to win with a roll-up. I said that he's going to win with the tiebreaker, which is his finisher. It's basically the thing where he flips the guy over his shoulder and he catches him with his knee.
Everyone gets a full point on this one.
I think so. I think it's going to be...
I don't really see any reason, because I know they just brought Ty to main roster. I don't see them any reason to give him a loss right here.
Right. So I say that he wins with the tiebreaker pinfall.
Yeah. Well then.
All right. Looks like we're off to a contentious start with both of us saying that we had that.
You know what I think it is? With some of this, I feel like we're going to be matched on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's find out.
Okay. Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan.
And I think Luke Harper's going to win. He lost on SmackDown, which was really it seemed like they tried to end it on dubious circumstances.
Yeah.
The way that it was executed was even more dubious because it seemed like complete bullshit.
It did kind of.
Yeah. So I think Luke Harper's going to take it.
They had a segment on Talking Smack with Eric Rowan, where he showed up with a balloon, popped it in Renee Young's face, and then just started laughing maniacally and walked away. And I don't know what the hell they're going for there.
I watched something, some prediction video, and basically saying they're kind of turning him into a clown character, the creepy clown character. So if they're trying to market Stephen King's It, maybe.
God, I hope not. But I
hope not either. It
would kind of make sense in a weird, logical way, because I heard that they're bringing in TNA's clown gimmick, Crazy Steve, who's not bad. But I don't want to see I don't want to see Rowan just thrown into another tag team on a whim. I want to see him try and explore it a bit. I think Rowan's good. I think Harper is good. I want good things for them.
I think Rowan's decent. I think Harper is way better.
Oh,
I
me
think
too.
he deserves a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like Harper, like they kind of kept putting him into like the main title scene. They should have kept him there. He's awesome.
I think we're both in agreement there for Luke Harper there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin.
Corbin wins it. End of days. Period.
See, this is where we actually disagree here. This is interesting. I think Sammy's going to win by DQ because I think Corbin's just going to attack him mercilessly.
Okay, I'll take that as basically the basic round for our assessment here.
Yeah.
But do you have more description for that?
I think I think Sammy's going to win by DQ. That's my point wager there.
Okay.
For how it wins, I think Corbin's going to attack him with a weapon, and then he's just going to beat him up after the bell.
Foreign object, lone wolves for life.
Yeah. And then it sets up more for them because I don't mind seeing more of Sammy versus Corbin as long as it leads somewhere.
That's the issue that I've had with Sami Zayn for the year that I've been watching.
Yeah.
It seems like every time they put him with somebody, it lasts less than a month. I've seen him fight with so many people that it's just like, I don't like you. Suddenly, I don't like you. I don't like you. And it's like,
yeah.
I'm tired of him just having this one like he seems like filler and he shouldn't be because he's fucking good in the ring.
He really is. I think it's just a matter of booking, but I think if they do, I think this could be good for both Sammy and Corbin if they really give them the time and push them like in the right way. So I don't know. I'm hoping for good things, but I think the best way to do that is not to have Sammy win here, to have him win eventually.
Well, isn't that his whole shtick, the underdog thing?
Yeah, they're really hammering that into the ground, but seriously, it does work a lot better when he's the chaser, not the catcher.
Well, part of the problem with the underdog is that you eventually win. Sammy has not won shit in the last year.
No, he hasn't.
And like, no, that's not an underdog. That's a jobber. That's a glorified jobber.
Yeah.
And that's terrible.
It kind of is.
Yeah, and I would like him to win. Maybe in this, because of the fact that like they were pushing Corbin as being like, I don't like small guys, I'll knock him out. Yada yada. I would like Sami Zayn to take him down a notch in the end.
Corbin used to do this great thing where he used to just go after guys who came in from other companies. And like Austin Aries' first night in NXT, Corbin just beat the crap out of him and screamed, "Go back to ROH."
That's pretty good, but I'm sure you can't do that on the main roster anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He said go back to Ring of Honor to Apollo Crews. He had a few with Apollo Crews for a while, and Apollo was never in Ring of Honor.
Did Apollo just sit there and smile at him?
Yeah, he probably did. He made that face like whenever like Darren Young has to sell, where all he does is just kind of smile, but he does it really, really wide, so it looks like pain. Oh God, no, not again.
This is the worst. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here, but ow, my back. All right, so yeah. Reese is in agreement with me on that. Zayn wins by DQ, and you're going to go against that. You're going to say...
I'm going to say Corbin wins it by end of days, middle of the ring, so on and so forth.
All right.
Not necessarily middle of the ring.
All right. Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky versus Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella.
I feel like this is the hardest one to pick out.
It really is, because you got 6 choices here.
You have 6 choices, and the whole time it seems like the heel faction has been the most dominant.
Yeah. I think that's why the faces are going to take this one. Like, I think they haven't had like a moment where they've kind of stuck out and kind of proven themselves against the Welcoming Committee. I hate that name so much.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
They're not a Welcoming Committee. Carmella's been in the company less time than Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky.
Yeah, it's just been generally a strange name.
It really has.
But it irks me that they're putting this whole 6-woman tag thing, no women tag title match for Naomi.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't done anything with her championship period.
No, they have not.
I don't think anyone really cares.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't care about this. Like they're not. I got a feeling they're not going to give this a lot of time. They haven't given it a lot of development, so it's really hard to care about this. I want to care about this. I like most of the people in this match. Like I'm not a huge fan of Tamina, but when she does cool stuff, I appreciate it. I like Natalya when she's not like an obnoxious character. Carmella's growing on me, even though I have to watch her matches on mute.
Yes. Watch her matches on mute because holy shit. we were watching SmackDown, like the recap of SmackDown on Hulu, and we thought that the dog was asleep and crying, and it was just Carmella on TV.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like the noises she makes are just horrendous.
Yeah. All right, so for this match, try and pick somebody who pick the team you're gonna go with. Pick who you think is gonna get the pinfall. That's gonna be the harder part.
Okay. I'm thinking that the welcoming committee wins for reasons. The faces have more of a story here, so who would be the one that takes the pin? I don't think Charlotte's gonna take it because she just came in. Naomi's the champion. It kind of sounds likely considering that she lost.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Becky's going to take the pin from, I'm going to say Carmella.
Okay, I'm going to go with the opposite of you, actually.
Okay.
I think I'm going to say that the faces win.
Okay.
They don't have a catchy name, but I don't think they need one. And I think Naomi is going to make Carmella submit.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So what's her submission move?
It's kind of like a Rings of Saturn. It's
Did she win the title with that?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, then yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about then, because when we saw that, we were like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that's like one of the most painful looking things ever.
With a lot of submission moves, you can be like, how is that painful? But with that one, you're like, shit.
It's like if you ever watch any of the matches, if you go back and watch the Cruiserweight Classic and you watch any of the matches with Zack Sabre Jr., it looks like he legitimately snaps the people's limbs off.
I don't care how well you sell it. If it doesn't look like it's painful,
yeah,
you're not going to win me over. But if I'm remembering it right, that looked painful.
Yeah, I always liked it when they look better. Like one thing that I'll always remember is when Beth Phoenix was still wrestling. Her finisher looked insane. I forgot what it was called, but basically it was like a sitting down submission where she pulled the person's arms back from behind, and she did it to, I think, Melina, and she literally wrapped her legs up with it too and basically curled her up into a ball. It looked like the most painful thing on planet Earth. So I'm going with that winning. So
I mean, I can honestly see the faces winning this one, but especially considering the fact that the heels have won so much in the last few weeks. But I just feel like they're going to draw this out a little bit.
Yeah. Reese also said that he thinks that Charlotte's going to win with the figure eight because they're kind of pushing her a bit. And I could see that winning.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that because isn't it Charlotte's first pay-per-view on SmackDown?
Yes.
So I can see them doing that, and I would be fine with that. Like even with Charlotte's strangely subtle transition to being a face, like she's still one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
So I don't care what side she's on. She's fucking awesome. If she takes the win, I'm still happy. I'll lose all the points. I don't care.
Yeah. Taking a look right now. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus Breezango.
This one is probably the most polarizing in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm predicting the Usos retain.
Me too.
I'm predicting, though, that the feud continues, and I hope it does because, like, I always thought Breezango were kind of a funny little bit.
Yeah.
They've become significantly better in the last few months.
They really have.
The last few weeks.
Yeah. Just as soon as they started doing the Fashion Files things, I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'm on board.
Yeah. I mean, like, as goofy as their gimmick is, it kind of lends itself to almost anything. And what they've taken with it has been pretty fantastic.
Yeah. I want a fun, goofy champion, like just for anything. But more so than that, I want one person from NXT who was not brought in from another company to win a belt.
I can do that.
That's all I hope for. I want Tyler Breeze to win a championship, even if it's a tag team. I want him to win something.
Yeah, I watch a lot of stuff saying that he's extremely talented. Unfortunately, I only know so much.
Yeah.
In the last year or so. But what I've seen, I have enjoyed from Breezango.
Yeah, I mean, I think that putting them together was the smartest idea that they could have come up with.
It's just a matter of pushing them properly, and I think they've done a pretty good job. As goofy as they are still a credible threat in the ring. They're
entertaining and they're fun to watch, and they are really good wrestlers, but they never really got a chance to do much. Mm-hmm. And Breeze headlined one of the NXT takeovers. He was in a fatal 4-way against Neville, Sami Zayn, and Tyson Kidd. And that match was one of the best NXT matches, and not just because of everybody but Tyler Breeze. Tyler had some amazing spots in that. So I want good things for them. If I'm going to make a bold prediction, it's going to be that Breezango wins, but that's going to be my half point. I'm going to go Usos win after isolating a partner. They're going to do the thing where they try and it's not breaking the rules, but it's bending it, where they have one guy outside the ring, maybe holding the person back, trying to break up a pin.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if Breezango does win, it's not going to result in a title change. It's going to be a count out. It's going to be DQ something. So if they do win, it's not going to be a matter of them getting the titles.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah. Reese says that Usos are going to win by pulling the tights, so he might clench it there. So
wouldn't surprise me, but man, I don't know which is which as far as the Usos go. One of those guys can't keep a straight face.
No.
It's fucking amazing. Their promos are hysterical. They're good, but one of those guys is not keeping a straight face.
He's enjoying himself, and I'm enjoying it too, so I don't mind. But
no, it's been fantastic. I can't complain because it feels like the most authentic promo presentation that I've seen all year.
Yeah, it really does, and it flows nicely. I like when they talk to each other. It's really cool. But
it's fucking good.
All right, I think this one is kind of obvious. I think we might be on the same page.
If you're going to say Shinsuke and Dolph Ziggler, skip.
Yeah, we're skipping that. Nakamura wins Kinshasa. Everybody says that.
If he doesn't win, it highlights everything wrong with the WWE main roster right now. So
that's not even 50-50 booking. That's just awful use of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the idea of them holding off a legit televised match until this.
Yeah.
I know that they have been doing house shows, and Nakamura's been beating the piss out of Ziggler and everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you, in his first televised match, make him lose, pack it in now.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're doing.
If they don't push Nakamura right, I swear to God.
I don't even need him to be in the main title scene. If he's going after that U.S. title.
If he goes from this to the U.S. title, I'm perfectly okay with whoever he fights. But
yeah.
All right, so Ziggler wins. Yeah, we're going with Ziggler wins on that one. Yeah. I like Dolph Ziggler, but I do not need to see him win very much anymore.
Dolph Ziggler okay. He's just annoying.
Yeah.
By the way, drinking rules for this pay-per-view. Anytime that JBL says Dolph Ziggler, that is the case with any episode of SmackDown. Any sort of thing where JBL is talking about Dolph Ziggler. Anytime he says Ziggler, drink.
I never caught that before, but now I don't think I'll be able to unhear it.
You are not going to be able to unhear it because he never says Dolph Ziggler.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I hope you have many drunken nights.
Moving on. Let's see here. United States Championship. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles.
Owens retains. I want to say pop-up powerbomb, but I don't know how necessarily AJ would be in the condition to be vulnerable to that attack.
I put the same thing, actually. I think it's going to be pop-up powerbomb in the middle of the ring, clean pinfall. I think it's going to be after a hard-fought match. I don't think Kevin Owens is going to cheat to win. I think it's just going to be a back-and-forth match. Owens wins.
I think that this might be, aside from maybe Shinsuke and Dolph, this might be match of the night.
I think so.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for Shinsuke versus Dolph, but I can still see how they kind of make it slow and mess it up. This match, I cannot see being bad.
Because both of them, no matter who they've fought, they put on phenomenal matches, and that's not a pun. That's not a pun.
Yeah.
I think this might be the most excited, like the match I'm most excited for.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be the best match just by kind of default, but also, like, I wish they had kind of brought this up, but this is kind of a match that they have been teasing for a while, and I don't know if they ever had it on a pay-per-view, because in the Royal Rumble last year, AJ's first appearance in WWE, Owens was the one who eliminated him. By I think he beat him up a little bit, and then he just screamed at him, "Welcome to WWE," and then threw him out. And I think that's great, and they should have kind of focused on that.
Well, that'd be cool though during the match if they make a reference to that, where he, goes to the Styles Clash, the Phenomenal Forearm, something like that, and screams that as he does it.
Welcome to SmackDown Live, and just pummels him.
Just blah. Question though, how do you think, if at all, the leg thing is going to play into it? The whole belt against the leg.
I think it's going to go just a little bit, but it's not going to be a focus.
Okay.
I think they're going to have a couple of sections of the match with it, but I think there's going to be a lot of no selling for it. They're going to keep doing the stuff that they normally do. And as bad as that is from like a technical standpoint, I don't need to see like a match. Like there's some wrestlers who, when they focus on a body part and that's what they do for the entire match, it's really entertaining. When Bret Hart did it, it was really good. When guys like Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit did it, it was really good. When the Revival does it, it's amazing because they always find a good way to do it. These two, I'd really rather see them like go like completely ape on each other and just full force. So that's what I'm going for. I think so. You and I both say that he wins clean.
I think Kevin Owens wins clean.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason for outside interference in this.
Yeah.
Like anything outside would just be convoluting their story.
Yeah. Reese might get a half a point here because he said that Owens cheats and wins by pinfall.
If he cheats earlier in the match and doesn't get the win there, that's off the table.
Right. If he does heel tactics throughout the match, but if the heel tactics lead directly to a victory, then he gets the half point for that.
Yeah, like if he gets a punch in the balls and immediately after the pop-up powerbomb, I'll concede that. But if he like gets the punch in the balls like 15 minutes in and the win happens at 20 minutes, sorry, it's off the table.
Right. And I'm also going to say this, doing the apron powerbomb is really disgusting and dirty, but it's not a heel move. That's just part of his move set. So that doesn't count.
Yeah, it's the hardest part of the ring, in case you didn't hear it the 10 times he did it. It's the hardest part of the ring,
It's the hardest part of the ring. As opposed to the rest of the ring, which is lined with pillows and dreams. But
every time
that
someone
one's covered.
Gets slammed on it, there's a unicorn that pops up.
Yeah, except on the edge of the ring, there's just a thin layer of barbed wire and salt.
But watch out for that random spot that the Undertaker's going to choke people through.
Yeah, exactly. All right, one more match to go through here. I'm going to call it right now, most boring match of the night.
Yes, period. It's Randy Orton, the champion, versus Jinder Mahal, the challenger.
Yeah.
Problem here, Randy Orton's going to win.
Yeah.
Problem here, it's going to be boring. Problem here, it's Randy Orton. No, like I haven't seen it. Like again, I stopped watching just before he debuted. I'm sure, a year or two, and I haven't caught up to the last 15 some odd years. But if it's any indication, I can't stand him in the ring. It's so dull.
I think he had a couple. He's had like I've been watching WWE for close to 15 years now, and I seriously think he is the most consistently boring. He has a couple of bright spots here and there, but just anytime he's in the ring, I'm not excited to see him in the slightest.
Yeah, I was watching the predictions video for What Culture, and I'm pretty sure it was Blampier who said like, "Oh, Randy Orton, he's a main event talent." I was like, "That's great. You can put the title, you can put the name on anybody. It doesn't mean that they're good." Hulk Hogan was a main event talent. The Great Khali was a main event talent, and like I've seen so many things about how terrible he is, and he wasn't that great in Longest Yard. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll play the gods. All right, that's great. He was funny and Get Smart, but I don't care about that. Like
you can point your finger and say that guy's our number one. I don't give a shit if he sucks. If he's boring, he sucks, and he's boring.
You know what's really great? Your mic was echoing a bit there, and it sounded like really, really important when you were saying it.
Randy Orton is boring. Just me and Lindsay go back and forth at each other like, man, Randy Orton sucks. I know, right? and this whole recent thing with him bashing indie wrestlers recently made me even more mad. It's like you're trading in any sort of credibility to your craft for the sake of I make more money.
He went straight from training to OVW, and it's like, so did a lot of people in OVW. I'm not going to say that that's like the main thing, but acknowledge that. Acknowledge that you didn't go the same way as a lot of other people, and that doesn't make you better than anybody. It makes you more popular. I want Jinder Mahal to win.
I desperately want Jinder Mahal to win. Just because I don't like Randy Orton.
Yeah. And
this whole anti-American BS that they've pulled so many times over. Like, I don't even know. I don't even care about that. I just want him to win the title.
I want somebody surprising to win a belt.
Yeah.
And surprising isn't always good. And I'll acknowledge that.
Like I see Randy Orton retaining. I don't want him to retain. I don't like Randy Orton. I don't like anything they've done with the WWE Championship since they've taken it off of Styles. Like it was great they gave it to Bray Wyatt for a second, but the fact that they gave it to him for literally a second was ridiculous.
And then they made him look awful. Like, and they haven't. We'll get into Bray Wyatt for Extreme Rules predictions, but they have not made Bray Wyatt into a good champion. SmackDown has not had a good succession of champions. They've had named champions. They've had people who like can put a name on a marquee and go like, "That's our guy," but the matches aren't good, and the championship itself is never put in a good light.
When AJ Styles had it, it was good though. At least in my eyes.
I think it was great when AJ was the champion. Also, but you were reminded constantly that he was the champion. Orton is just he carries the belt around like he's frustrated that he has to have it.
It's the Roman Reigns thing. I'm gonna put it over my shoulder on my back because fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but that I think could be kind of attributed to his character, but that's not Orton's character right now. I don't even know what the hell his character is supposed to be right now. Is he supposed to be the crazy Viper Orton? Is he supposed to be the kind of laid back, cool Orton that sucked so badly when he was feuding with Christian? I don't know. I think it's just kind of like, I'm Randy Orton. I've got a hoodie now. Buy it.
No, it's basically like, Randy Orton, I've been here for a long time, a 13-time champion. Buy my shit, give me more money. I don't care about anything in this company. But if you fire me, I won't go to Indy because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically become so like by the numbers. I would call myself a casual fan. I want to be excited by something, and there is nothing about Randy Orton that excites me. There is nothing about his promos that excite me. There's nothing about his delivery, nothing about his matches. There is nothing appealing to me about Randy Orton.
Here's how I think I'm actually going to get a half a point on this one.
Okay.
I said that Randy Orton wins by pinfall with a really obvious RKO that they still call out of nowhere.
Okay, that's a little unfair.
Oh, come
because
on. Let me have this.
if I have to hear JBL in particular say it only takes one, even though I'm pretty sure he delivered two to Brock Lesnar and still fucking lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, actually, I forgot to mention this. I think for the Randy Orton Jinder Mahal match, Randy Orton does win. There will be involvement by the Singh brothers, of course. I think Rusev makes an appearance because they were doing all that demand bullshit for Money in the Bank, for him supposed to be on SmackDown this past week. I think he's going to show up at this pay-per-view and have some sort of sway in the match. I don't know exactly what. There was that unresolved breakup with the tag team.
Yeah.
You know?
And
I feel like this is their blow off for that.
Yeah.
That would be kind of awesome. Like I don't care if you push Randy Orton out of the fucking way. I don't care. But like Jinder Mahal, Rusev, if you're gonna bring back Rusev, who was carrying a lot of good shit for a while on Raw, you're gonna bring him into SmackDown. Build him big.
I think actually, if he attacks Jinder Mahal and costs him the match, I can see Rusev getting a huge face push.
I think so, yeah.
And I could see that working out for him. That's a good angle to take on it. I still for the bet here say that Randy Orton wins by RKO without interference, but I would like to see Rusev make an appearance. That would be nice.
Yeah, I would like to see that just because we need some big hulking dude who is not no carbs Jinder Mahal.
Oh my God, the man is insane. So
I know I saw something on Wrestle Talk about him saying that his shtick was supposed to be different right up until he won that number one contenders match.
Yeah,
and then it changed like right there to the very tired anti-American bullshit.
Honestly, like the anti-Americans, it's like it works for cheap heat.
Yeah,
but if they do it right, it can really work. And again, all I keep thinking of is the thing from Futurama, the foreigner. It's like, I'm not from here.
I mean, it's working pretty well right now because you do have Kevin Owens and you have Jinder Mahal, who are both Canadian and you have Indian.
Yeah,
and it kind of works. It's kind of interesting, dynamic. Just kind of existing side by side, not necessarily working together, but existing side by side.
Yeah.
But it's
just
WWE is a worldwide company.
Just as long as they don't have like another League of Nations bullcrap.
Yeah, nice. I heard that sucked.
It was bad. Yeah. I got to tell you, I don't think there's going to be a lot of differentiation between the points here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty neck and neck until the last second, I think.
I think so,
just because of the fact that we're so on point with this.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a matter of us being predictable or them being predictable.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of the two, but whatever. We're going to rack up the points while we're watching the pay-per-view, and we're going to make a punishment based on that. And what is the punishment this time?
Oh, the punishment is great. Okay, so you came up with the punishment that the loser among all of us, has to watch a WWE animated film.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure is pretty expansive at this point. It includes a lot of Scooby-Doo stuff.
It does.
Which I had mentioned to you before recording this, that every day when I start at my job at the counselor's office, I will turn on the TV to Cartoon Network, and it is playing Scooby-Doo and WWE something or another. So I've had minimal exposure to it at this point. I think I'm prepared if I lose. But what I decided going forward, I feel like we're going to evolve our plans for the next few pay-per-views.
Yeah, we're still kind of working out the bugs on this one.
And no, but it's been getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you say that because you won the last one, so
yeah, that's true. So right now, technically, there's three of us. It's you, it's Reese, it's myself. Eventually, Lindsay will be involved. I don't know if Chris will be involved later on. But if the absolute loser, the person who gets the lowest points, is beaten by the winner by double the points, they have to do basically double of the
punishment.
Of the punishment. And in this case, it would be you have to watch an animated film and you have to watch one of the live-action WWE films. So we're talking Tooth Fairy, we're talking Chaperone.
Knucklehead. All right, so we're going to be watching the pay-per-view. We're going to be live tweeting during it. I will be at Pat Shred Shack.
I will be at Novus Redemptor.
And what's going to happen is we're going to rack up the points, and we're going to have a winner here. Loser has to watch a WWE animated film. I think it's going to be pretty close, considering the point system that we have here for this week. It will evolve over the weeks, but this is just kind of to keep it more entertaining. So,
I also think that the choice of the film should not be the choice of the loser.
Absolutely.
So you have to go through what animated films exist and be like, dude, like this one sounds like shit.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. And reaction video to follow.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll see you guys next time for Shred Shack Pro Wrestling. Thank you guys for listening in, and we will be back after Backlash.
Randy Orton sucks.